Most people fear being alone more than they fear losing themselves. They cling to noise, relationships, validation, anything to avoid silence. But the Stoics taught something dangerous. If you cannot stand alone, you will always depend on others to feel whole. Loneliness is not the enemy. Dependence is. Today, we talk about learning to live alone, not isolated, not bitter, but strong, calm, and complete, without needing anyone to survive. From an early age, we are taught to seek others for stability, approval, love, direction. But Stoicism challenges this conditioning. It asks a hard question. Who are you when no one is watching? When no one is praising you? When no one is choosing you? A Stoic trains himself to be sufficient in his own company, because a man who needs nothing is not easily controlled. Living alone does not mean rejecting humanity. It means not being enslaved by it. The Stoics valued companionship, but never dependence. They warned that attachment without inner strength leads to fear of loss, abandonment, and change. When your peace depends on someone else's presence, your peace is fragile. Stoicism teaches you to build stability internally, where no one can take it from you. Most people stay in bad situations because they fear solitude. They tolerate disrespect. They accept chaos. They betray themselves quietly, all to avoid being alone. The Stoics saw this as weakness, not kindness. Learning to live alone gives you leverage. It gives you the power to walk away without desperation. And the man who can walk away is never trapped. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to retreat inward, not to escape life, but to regain clarity. Solitude sharpens perception. In silence, excuses collapse. Distractions fade. You are left with your thoughts, and that is where discipline is built. A Stoic uses solitude as training, not punishment. He learns to observe his mind instead of running from it. If being alone makes you anxious, it means you have avoided yourself for too long. Stoicism does not offer comfort first, it offers truth. Solitude reveals habits, fears, and weaknesses. That discomfort is necessary. Growth does not happen in constant stimulation. It happens in quiet reflection. The Stoic does not fear emptiness. He uses it to strengthen his character. When you learn to live alone, relationships change. You stop begging for attention. You stop chasing approval. You stop tolerating imbalance. You choose connection, not out of need, but out of alignment. The Stoics believed this was the highest form of interaction. Voluntary, not desperate. A man who enjoys his own company does not cling to others. Living alone builds emotional immunity. Praise no longer intoxicates you. Criticism no longer destroys you. You become steady, neutral, grounded. Stoicism teaches independence of mind. You still feel emotions, but you are not ruled by them. Solitude strengthens this control. It turns reactions into responses. Many mistake solitude for loneliness. They are not the same. Loneliness is the pain of needing others. Solitude is the strength of not needing them. The Stoics understood this distinction deeply. They trained themselves to be content in simplicity, silence, and self-reflection. When you stop needing constant company, you gain something rare: freedom of choice. A man who cannot be alone will always settle. Settle for less respect, less peace, less truth. Stoicism teaches that self-respect begins in solitude. You define your standards when no one else is there to influence you. You learn what you tolerate and what you refuse. This clarity protects you from wasting years in the wrong places. The Stoics did not romanticize crowds. They warned that the masses often pull individuals away from reason. Solitude gives you distance from noise, from trends, from pressure. It allows you to think clearly, to act deliberately, to live according to principle rather than impulse. A Stoic does not disappear from society. He returns stronger and more disciplined. Learning to live alone also prepares you for loss. People leave. Situations change. Life strips things away without warning. Stoicism does not deny this reality. It prepares you for it. When your identity is internal, loss does not destroy you. You adapt. You endure. You continue forward without bitterness. Solitude builds self-trust. You stop outsourcing decisions. You stop asking everyone what you should do. You listen inward. Stoicism values reason above emotion, and reason needs space to operate. That space is solitude. Over time, you become decisive, calm, and less reactive. You no longer fear silence. You respect it. Living alone teaches you one of the most important Stoic lessons. Nothing external is guaranteed. People change. Affection fades. Circumstances shift. But your character remains, if you build it. A Stoic invests in what cannot be taken: discipline, judgment, and inner order. These are forged in moments when you stand alone. Learn to live alone, and you will never be desperate, never trapped, never dependent. You will still choose relationships, friendships, and love, but from strength, not fear. That is Stoicism. Not isolation, not coldness, but self-reliance. Because the man who can stand alone can walk anywhere.